What does it take to be a game changer? I'm talking about those people, you know the ones, who see the world not just as it is, but as it could be. They see challenges as opportunities, setbacks as motivation, and they never ever back down from a fight. Now, South Sudan, my friends, is home to some of the most resilient, talented, and inspiring individuals on this planet, people who are literally, and I mean literally, redefining the nation's future against all odds. We're talking about a country that's been through it all, and yet the spirit of its people, man, it just refuses to be broken. So today on this very special episode, we bring you the top 20 South Sudanese of 2024. This is not just a list, people. This is a powerful lineup of leaders, activists, entertainers, and sports icons who have transformed lives, made history, and put South Sudan on the global map. Get ready to be inspired, surprised, and maybe even a little emotional, because these stories, oh boy, these stories are nothing short of incredible. Stay till the end to see who made the list, and don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting South Sudanese news. First up, we got a man who needs no introduction. Okay, fine, I'll introduce him. This is Luol Deng, the former NBA superstar who traded his high-flying dunks for a different kind of court, the court of public service. That's right, folks. This man is not just a basketball legend, he's the current president of South Sudan basketball. And let me tell you, he's been putting in work. Under Luol's leadership, South Sudan's national team isn't just playing the game, they're changing it. They qualified for the FIBA World Cup, made history at the Paris 2024 Olympics, and showed the world what South Sudanese basketball is all about. But Luol's vision, oh, it goes way beyond the court. He's investing in youth development, building basketball camps, and using the power of sports to unite a nation. Luol Deng isn't just an athlete, people, he's a true visionary. Speaking of South Sudanese basketball, have you met Nouni Omat? This guy is a walking highlight reel. He dominated the Basketball Africa League, took home the MVP trophy, and then, like it was just another day at the office, he helped lead South Sudan to the Olympics. Can you imagine the audacity? Nouni's journey, though, it's not just about fancy crossovers and three-pointers. This is a guy who represents the hopes and dreams of a nation. He's showing the young generation that anything is possible if you put in the work, if you have the talent, and if you dare to dream big. Nouni Omat, you are an inspiration, my friend. Keep ballin'. Hold on, folks, because the basketball talent coming out of South Sudan just doesn't stop. Let me introduce you to Wenyen Gabriel, a man who's making waves from the NBA to the international stage. We're talking about a guy who shared the court with LeBron James on the Los Angeles Lakers and then turned around to lead South Sudan in the FIBA World Cup. Talk about range. But here's the thing about Wenyen. He's not just about himself. He uses his platform to shine a light on South Sudan to tell the world about the incredible talent and resilience of its people. And let's be real, who wouldn't want to rep a country that's sending not one, not two, but multiple basketball stars to the Olympics? Wenyen Gabriel, you are a true ambassador for your nation. Chapter 4. Ezeban Malish, the future of South Sudanese football. Now let's talk about the beautiful game, shall we? Because South Sudan isn't just about basketball, you know. We got football stars too, and Ezeban Malish is leading the charge. This young striker is a goal-scoring machine, and guess what? He's just 2 goals away from becoming South Sudan's all-time top scorer. Let that sink in for a second. But here's the thing that makes Ezeban so special. He's not just chasing individual glory. He's playing for his country, for his people, and for the future of South Sudanese football. Every time he steps on the pitch, he carries the hopes and dreams of a nation on his shoulders. And let me tell you, those shoulders are strong. Ezeban Malish, you are a force to be reckoned with, my friend. Chapter 5. Papa Lee, the rapper raising his voice for change. You know what they say, right? Music is the universal language, and in South Sudan, Papa Lee is speaking that language loud and clear. This isn't just music, people, this is conscious rap at its finest. Papa Lee is using his platform to address social issues, to speak truth to power, and to inspire a generation. And the man's got bars, let me tell you. He's not just spitting rhymes, he's spitting fire, and the people are listening. He's won multiple STA awards, shared the stage with some of the biggest names in African music, and he's only just getting started. Papa Lee is proof that music can be a powerful tool for change, and he's using it to amplify the voices of the unheard. Keep speaking truth to power, my brother. Chapter 6. Richard Sultan. A journalist's legacy lives on. We have to pause for a moment, folks, to remember a true giant in South Sudanese journalism, the late, great Richard Sultan. This man, he was a legend, plain and simple. He dedicated his life to telling the stories that mattered, to shining a light on the truth, even when it was dangerous. And believe me, in a place like South Sudan, it often was. Richard's fearless reporting, his commitment to justice, and his unwavering belief in the power of the written word, it inspired a generation of journalists. He may be gone, but his legacy, oh, his legacy lives on. Richard Sultan, you are missed, but your impact on South Sudan, it will never be forgotten. Rest in power, my friend. Now let's talk about someone who is keeping the spirit of Richard Sultan alive and well, the one and only Chirbec John. This man is a media powerhouse, a force of nature, and the host of South Sudan's top talk show. And let me tell you, he doesn't shy away from the tough conversations. Whether he's interviewing politicians, discussing social issues, or just keeping it real with the people, Chirbec's voice resonates across South Sudan. He's won awards, he's earned the respect of his peers, and most importantly, he's earned the trust of his audience. Chirbec John is a shining example of the power of media to inform, to educate, and to spark meaningful dialogue. Listen up, folks, because in the digital age, information is power. And in South Sudan, Nelson Kwadje is making sure that power is in the hands of the people. This tech entrepreneur, this visionary, this digital warrior, is on a mission to bridge the digital divide and connect South Sudan to the world. We're talking about fighting misinformation, creating tech hubs, and empowering young people with the skills they need to thrive in the 21st century. Nelson's work isn't just about technology, it's about opportunity. It's about creating a more connected, informed, and empowered South Sudan. Nelson Kwadje, you are a true innovator, my friend. Keep pushing those digital boundaries. They say not all heroes wear capes, and that is definitely true for Dr. Gum Mariel. This man, this incredible human being, is a neurosurgeon who's performing life-saving brain surgery right there in South Sudan. I'm talking about procedures that were once considered impossible in the country. But Dr. Gum, he's changing the game. He's pushing medical boundaries, training the next generation of doctors, and giving hope to countless families. His dedication, his skill, his compassion, it's an inspiration to us all. Dr. Gum Mariel, you are a true lifesaver, my friend. Thank you for all that you do. Chapter 10. Ajak Deng Chenku, documenting South Sudan's rich culture. Now let's talk about the power of storytelling, because every nation has a story to tell, and in South Sudan, Ajak Deng Chenku is making sure those stories are heard. This filmmaker, this artist, this cultural ambassador, he left a successful career abroad to return home and document the richness and diversity of South Sudanese culture. From traditional music and dance to oral histories and forgotten traditions, Ajak is capturing the heart and soul of South Sudan. He's preserving the past, celebrating the present, and inspiring future generations to connect with their heritage. Ajak Deng Chenku, you are a master storyteller, my friend. Keep those cameras rolling. Chapter 11. Rin Tweni Maber, the peacemaker of Lake State. You know, in a country that's been ravaged by conflict, it takes a special kind of leader to choose peace. And in South Sudan, Rin Tweni Maber is that leader. As the governor of Lake State, he took a region known for violence and division and transformed it into a model of peace and reconciliation. How did he do it? By reaching across tribal lines, by listening to the needs of the people, and by refusing to let the cycle of violence continue. Rin Tweni Maber is living proof that leadership is not about power, it's about service. It's about bringing people together, healing old wounds, and building a brighter future for all. Chapter 12. Aho Noel, from courtrooms to farmlands, sowing the seeds of change. You ever meet someone who just makes you want to be a better person? That's Aho Noel, folks. This former lawyer, this visionary, this champion of food security, he traded his suit and tie for overalls and a shovel and said, "You know what? It's time to get our hands dirty." In a country facing food insecurity, Aho Noel is showing South Sudan that agriculture is the way forward. He's empowering farmers, promoting sustainable practices, and proving that even in the toughest of times there's always hope, and there's always a way to nourish a nation. Aho Noel, you are a true inspiration, my friend. Keep on growing. Chapter 13. Adija Akwil, the cartoonist making South Sudan. Laugh and think. They say laughter is the best medicine. And in South Sudan, Adija Akwil is prescribing it in large doses. This man, this comedic genius, this master of satire, he's using his cartoons to make people laugh, to make them think, and to make them question the world around them. With every stroke of his pen, Adija is holding up a mirror to society, exposing hypocrisy, and challenging the status quo. And the best part, he's doing it all with a smile. Adija Akwil, you are a true artist, my friend. Keep those cartoons coming. Chapter 14. Ajak Mora, the environmental activist making waves. Listen up, folks, because climate change is real, and it's affecting everyone, everywhere. But in South Sudan, Ajak Mora is on the front lines, fighting for environmental justice and raising awareness about the impact of climate change on her country. From her powerful BBC Africa Eye documentaries to her grassroots activism, Ajak is a force to be reckoned with. She's mobilizing communities, advocating for policy changes, and inspiring a new generation of environmental stewards. Ajak Mora, you are a true voice for our planet. Keep fighting the good fight, my friend. Chapter 15. Callisto Wani, the controversial leader who left his mark. Okay folks, let's talk about a leader who wasn't afraid to shake things up, the one and only Callisto Wani. Now I know what you're thinking. Callisto Wani? The former governor known for his, shall we say, unconventional leadership style? The man who divided opinions like a hot knife through butter? Yes, that Callisto Wani. Look, you don't have to agree with his every decision, but you can't deny his impact. His radical governance, his bold reforms, his willingness to challenge the status quo, it made him a controversial figure, no doubt, but it also made him an unforgettable one. Love him or hate him, Callisto Wani left his mark on South Sudan. Chapter 16. Riek Bim Top leading with unity and unity state. You know, they say leadership is about bringing people together. And in South Sudan's unity state, Riek Bim Top is putting that principle into practice. This man, he understands that true leadership is not about dividing, it's about uniting. It's about reaching out to every corner of the state, to every tribe, to every community and saying, we are in this together. And that's exactly what he's doing. From improving infrastructure to promoting education to fostering dialogue and reconciliation, Riek Bim Top is showing the people of Unity State that there's more that unites them than divides them. And that, my friends, is a powerful message. Chapter 17. Sarah Atoj Nyok, Breaking Barriers in Media. Hold on to your hats, folks, because Sarah Atoj Nyok is not just breaking down barriers, she's shattering them. In a male-dominated industry like media, Sarah is a force to be reckoned with. She's one of Juba's most sought-after media personalities, and for good reason. Her charisma, her intelligence, her ability to connect with audiences, it's undeniable. She's paving the way for other young women who dream of a career in media, showing them that anything is possible if you have the talent, the drive, and the willingness to break down those doors. Sarah Atoj Nyok, you are an inspiration, my friend. Keep shining bright. Chapter 18. Amak Mathiang, from South Sudan to Mr. World, with style. Who says South Sudan can't conquer the world of fashion? Amak Mathiang, that's who. This stylish gentleman, this trendsetter, this global ambassador of South Sudanese culture, he didn't just compete in the Mr. World competition, he slayed it. And guess what? He walked away with the award for Best Costume, representing South Sudan's vibrant heritage on the world stage. Amak Mathiang, you are proof that South Sudanese style is a force to be reckoned with. Work it, my friend. Chapter 19. Augustino Ting Mayai, counting on the future of South Sudan. Now let's talk about a man who's got a big job, and I mean a really big job. Augustino Ting Mayai is leading South Sudan's first ever national census. That's right, folks, he's counting every single person in the entire country. Talk about pressure. But this isn't just about numbers, it's about representation. It's about making sure that every South Sudanese voice is heard, that every community is accounted for, and that the government has the information it needs to provide essential services. Augustino Ting Mayai, you are laying the foundation for a more democratic and representative South Sudan. Keep counting, my friend. Chapter 20. You, the future of South Sudan starts now. That's right, you heard me. You, my friend, are the 20th South Sudanese on our list. Because the truth is, the future of South Sudan doesn't rest on the shoulders of politicians or celebrities or athletes. It rests on the shoulders of everyday people like you. People who are working hard to build a better future for themselves, for their families, and for their communities. So keep dreaming big, keep pushing forward, and keep believing in the power of change, because you never know, next year, you could be on this list. Outro South Sudan, the future is bright. So there you have it, folks, the top 20 South Sudanese of 2024. These are the people who are shaping the nation, who are inspiring the world, and who are proving that even in the face of adversity the human spirit can triumph. Which name surprised you the most? Who else should have made the list? Tell us in the comments below, and while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from Juba Celebrity News. Because South Sudan's story is just beginning, and we're here to tell it to the world. And remember, the future is bright, the future is South Sudan, and the future is you.